WallStreetWindow.com. Gold, silver, the stock market. WallStreetWindow.com. Perhaps you're invested deeply. Perhaps you're not in deep enough. Maybe you're thinking about getting started. WallStreetWindow.com. Michael Swanson, the brilliant author of The War State, understood these trends professionally for many years, and now he gives you the benefit of his knowledge. WallStreetWindow.com. Go there now. Go there now. Go there now.
GoChili.com.
In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks by Larry Hancock. Secret wars became a staple of U.S. covert operations and are still happening today. Larry Hancock's book, In Denial, rips the cover off many of them. Using new files, it exposes things about the Bay of Pigs that no one has ever written about before. It shows why it really failed and why the United States did not learn from it. It also shows why other countries today are doing secret operations with success. This is the book that puts what some want to deny into the light. In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks. Larry Hancock. For more information, go to larry-hancock.com. Pick up your copy of In Denial at amazon.com in digital or physical form.
Revelation through conversation.
The Ocelli.com radio network.
The views expressed by callers, co-hosts, or anyone else who happens to get on the air at Ocelli.com do not necessarily reflect the views of Ocelli.com or Chuck Ocelli, and we are not responsible for any stupidity which might ensue. Thank you.
Warning, 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 warning. This is a emergency broadcast. Code Red, Code Red, Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the start of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 311 we have on tonight.
I think, is it 312? 312.
312.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
We just leapfrogged to 311, maybe. I don't know.
No. We had 310.
Okay, whatever.
It's 311. You're getting me a little confused. Let me have my numbers right.
Amber is the color of our energy. This is 311, everybody. Welcome to the show.
All right.
Right, Uncle?
Right.
Am I right or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a... Oh, wait a minute.
What'd I do?
What are we supposed to do?
We can just start the show. You can call into the show.
Call
as
into
always.
the show for the number.
Yep,
the number out. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what it was.
You can call into the show. Of course, Aaron is about to give you the number, but just to make sure that we got the controversy correct at the beginning, it is apparently Uncle Show 312. Just checking with the last feed. Okay, so it is 312 tonight, folks.
It is
And
312.
Aaron, you got the phone number, though, right?
Well, I'm going to come original with that phone number. The phone number is 319-527-5016. I don't care if this isn't 311. I'm going to rock and roll like it is anyway.
It's 312.
Uncle.
If that's what my producer
It's
says.
312, but it's
my producer says it's 312. He keeps an eye on the numbers.
But it's-
you can't keep an eye on the numbers.
But it's got
I
that.
gotta
It's
give
got
it to him now. See
I'm-
what I mean? I have to give it to my producer, not you.
That's fine.
You don't know it. I lose it.
Uncle, I'm just saying. I'm making a point that the show
darn,
has the
this kind of
amber-colored energy of 311. That's it. It is 312. I know. I get that. But you know,
Not an amber alert, just amber-colored energy. Yes.
that's it. we can all relax. Do
Why
call
we
in.
need a
though.
fan in here.
It's a little warm in here, but
I like the fan.
I like it because it gets us. It lets us realize what we have to do. It gets us a little hot and bothered.
I can see that. I'm like, oh.
We've got creative accents in the chat room over.
What
at
does he
Twitch.
Japan say?
He says hello, hello. Cool, huh?
Oh, well, at least he's saying it that way.
Yeah, it's a good way to say it.
Well, that guy seems crazy. Okay, then, Chucky, let's get those phones ringing. Let's go.
I think we might have a call.
Physical.
We do actually have a caller on the line already, so we can
Put
go
him.
to him, or we could go
Put
to the
him.
whatever it is you want to do, Uncle. It's your show.
Let's see.
There's so
Let's
many
go
options.
on. Have someone who's on the show. And don't hold them off. Let them come on.
Exactly. So
Okay.
we'll go to the call.
Caller first.
Yep.
There you go.
Jimmy James.
I know it was you, Jimmy. I knew it was you, Jimmy. You were on last hour. How can I always? Your team is doing excellent. I gotta tell you, you may be there at the end.
Yeah, they made mincemeat out of the Jaguars. And the last time it was the Packers. I mean, they're winning by some pretty healthy scores now. Like
They're
good
going
20
up there.
point
42
scores.
today. Ooh. That was.
Detroit Lions.
Detroit
They're
Lions.
doing quite well for themselves.
Oh, you know, and
no
I
doubt.
also got their Thanksgiving game. They have
Oh
it
yeah,
every
they're
year.
always the team on Thanksgiving. Yeah,
They
it's
have a
always them.
Thanksgiving game. Them in Dallas.
Yeah, those are the two teams that they always play.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's the ones that are silver and blue for some reason. What does that
Yeah.
mean? Why do they do that?
It's the colors for Thanksgiving.
Silver. Yeah, silver. Good colors for a centerpiece, Uncle, maybe. Hey, listen, just to let you know, we got 5 listeners in the UK tonight. That's a little unusual. 1 listener in Australia and nobody in Canada.
Oh, that's
1 in
surprising.
Mexico. 1 in Mexico. I don't know what's going on there. And, everybody else across the United States, just so you know. But yeah, blue and silver would be cool centerpiece colors, I think, for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the answer there. I always wondered about that. I'm
That's
like, why is it
probably
these
the-
guys?
It's probably the colors. Yeah.
That's it?
So it's got to be. Yeah.
well,
I guess it's the colors.
hey, I'll take it.
It's always been them though.
It's always those two
It's
teams, and
always
then they're
those
playing
two.
whoever else. Yeah.
Whoever else after that, but it's always been those two.
Yeah, they know that they're working on the holiday. They know that when they're
Yeah.
on the team.
And quick shout out to, of course, so whenever I see somebody from New Jersey on the stream, hello, Jersey. And we've got the most listeners in a single state on my stream are in Texas tonight, just so you know.
All
Your
right,
screen.
Texas Uncle. Hey, we
Texas.
should keep talking about the Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
It's going to keep the audience happy.
Oh,
We better
yeah.
keep talking about it.
Hey, Cowboy fans, you're getting whipped tonight.
That's one way to keep them happy, Uncle.
Man, who's good? Question to ask ourselves. Now, since I'm talking about this into football for a moment, who is going to beat the 49ers? They're 5-0 right now.
Did they beat the Cowboys?
Just about.
They will.
The Lions are going to beat them.
Who?
Ooh, here we
The
go.
Lions is going to beat them.
Do you got to play them?
You know why the Lions is going to beat them? Because there's no reason why they should. But somehow they're going to trip and stumble and fumble their way through it and beat them. I predict.
They do play them, though, do they?
Yeah, do they have a game?
They have a
Those
game
two
with
teams
them?
this year?
Do they play against each other?
Not in the near future that I know of. Like you said, they got plans for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Wait,
no.
we're still in October.
No, this is October now.
Coming soon.
Coming
Real
soon.
soon.
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
We'll
Just wait.
see.
What is it? Isn't it?
Lions Cowboys apparently are playing December 30th.
Yeah,
Looks
that's it.
And I'm trying to get the line on it. Oh, they don't have a line in Vegas just yet.
No,
So,
that's
you know,
too because it's too long. It's not long.
Ahead,
It's not ahead. Not too far ahead. They don't put it up that fast. I don't think. Check.
No, I figured not, but I figured I'd check anyway and see what's on the schedule to get. Yep.
All right.
There you
So, last week we had Crazy Sanders. I gave him a couple of my words, and I don't expect to hear from him hardly again.
Oh, you think you scared him off for good this time?
I think so.
So Sanders knows better than to show his face around here anymore.
Yeah, because him fooling with us about the shrimp thing in the desert, it drive me nuts.
You put him in his place, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Somebody had to.
Yeah.
It was,
That was ridiculous.
It's like
hey, we went for a bunch of gasoline just to go see this thing, and it wasn't there.
Like you said,
And I don't
yeah.
believe he got it at the other place neither.
The other place?
I don't know where he's saying he has it.
Oh, yeah, he said that he's in Guadalupe now. They moved the restaurant down there. You don't believe that?
No, not if it's a desert.
Well, I don't know. I was just glad to see justice finally administered by you, and Gerald Sanders knows the truth, right?
Yeah,
so we put
why I
him, you
went
put
to
him in
him
his
and
place.
Put
That
him
was
in
a
his
good
place
thing.
because we had to say, I'm saying something tonight. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear it.
So
we all hear that. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's been an exciting week, Uncle.
Uncle gave him a little Tom Petty, that whole "Don't come around here no more."
Yeah, that one. No.
Whatever he's looking for.
Yeah, that's it. All he's looking for.
They got the message.
Well, so Jimmy, what's been up with you? Yeah.
Oh, nothing great. See, I get fitted for hearing aids pretty quick.
Oh, really?
Hearing aids. Well, there's a man that's got a hearing aid.
Yeah, you excited?
Can hear finally.
Finally, huh?
Someone in this house has a problem.
Oh, really? Is it me?
Nana.
Oh, okay.
She needs a hearing aid.
Oh, well.
And she says, don't make sense.
Well, maybe Jimmy can give a good product review on the ones that he gets.
Yeah.
That sound good, Jimmy? You want to give a product review on whichever ones you end up with?
Well, I already picked it all up. I mean, they showed me the kind, and I just picked out the color.
Oh.
And the options.
Oh.
I took the Bluetooth option.
Yeah. Well, at least, see, that's what I call about an honest person. That needs one, you get one.
Just go out and get it.
But, I mean, and she says, I don't hear you, because she's deaf.
Uncle.
Why are you talking like that?
Uncle has the problem that
People think they can't hear me. Gosh.
Uncle's been in the house for a while.
Hearing okay? How's Uncle's hearing, actually? I was wondering.
I can hear very well. It's
pretty good.
I can hear very well. It's
Surprisingly
just
good.
that the people that I talk to can't hear. And she says, I can't hear you. Drive me crazy.
Causing some problems, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, we'll see.
I have an idea, actually, Aaron, and I was wondering how you guys feel about this. I know it's not government hour, so I'm not going to bring any government stuff here. But I was curious, like sometimes I get news stories that I don't know what to do with between my Friday show and my news show, and they don't fit in at all. And they're not government stories or anything like that. They're just like either crazy or weird stories. something unusual happens, right?
You can hit him to mine.
I could save him for Uncle's show
Yeah.
and just make him part of a news story and see what his reaction to a news story is. What do you
Yeah.
guys?
You
think
can
about
bring him over to mine, my
like,
side.
You like that idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it over to my
Fine
side.
by me. Are these don't fall into the sloper category, Chuck?
No, they don't work with the Sloper, the theme, and they don't go with the totally, they don't go with the stuff we end up doing on Friday. And it's just something that just doesn't really fit, but is one of these stories that's just weird. I mean, I had a weird story on Friday. I already covered it about the funeral home in Colorado, which, is really strange and bizarre story. But I had another one that I didn't even get to, which was from, wait a minute, was this from Friday? Yeah, it must have been because it was the 6th this was published. So I guess it was on Friday this happened. So, let me know if you want to go to that. And also I have that clip ready for you whenever you want Uncle too.
Oh, yeah. Do we need to hear that clip of that weird commercial about a podcast? Do we want to do that?
Let's hear that clip for him. Now listen to this clip, people.
Some people just know there's a podcast about that. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
Big tea drinker.
Yeah.
There's a podcast about tea.
He knows, and he wants you to know too.
I was listening to a podcast on it. Dogs know their dogs.
There's a podcast about that?
Just like he'd want you to know about Allstate.
There's a podcast about fly fishing called Why Is That Person Doing That? It's called Terrific.
Are you listening to a podcast?
Yeah, it's about multitasking.
Some people just know there's a podcast about that. Those are the people who know you're in good hands with Allstate.
There you go. Allstate just got a free commercial on the Uncle Show. So, you can send a check Uncle anytime. Okay.
Hear that, Jimmy?
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
There's a podcast.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on that, Uncle? You wanted to tell us about this. I mean, there's a podcast for everything. Is that, it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all true, but what comes out to it? I mean, this guy was completely on his broadcast speaking. You know how we get different voices when we talk on a podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then he has it like a regular voice.
But this
Talking
guy,
about
all he
this
does
guy.
with his life is he listens to every podcast. I mean, he's listening to fly fishing, tea, and
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. He's listening to everything that I suppose you either eat or you drink.
This is a podcast aficionado.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what.
So any given topic that might come up, you podcast it.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy who doesn't know how to hit the button. Every time it says coming up next, and they just want to play it. He goes, fine, good. I'm changing it.
He doesn't know. I don't think he knows about the button.
Press the button.
That
See?
was what
It's
it
not
was.
smashing the button. That's the problem there.
Press it.
Yeah.
Press it.
What's that? Oh, we got a cat in here.
Oh, the cat's in here. Well, that's a good thing. All right.
Oh,
So did we properly cover that topic, Uncle? Is
Yeah,
there
yeah,
anything
yeah.
else on that one?
No, that's it.
Okay, podcast, everybody. Hey, we're doing one right now.
Yeah, we're on one now.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Just
as you know.
A live one. It's exciting. I'm trying to remember what we were going to do next. There was something important we were talking about, wasn't there?
Oh, you were talking. I didn't know what it was.
I got distracted. My chair just broke.
Man, we're all having problems here.
My chair just said, never mind. And yeah, that's the end of that. I don't know what just happened here.
Oh, you fell over, Chuck?
Almost. I just got out of it.
Oh, wow. Goodness. Uncle, he's falling over on the other end.
What's wrong with your chair?
He needs a new one.
Hey, we have extra chairs if you want to send it.
Yeah.
You're not wet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that would cost you some money to send me a chair. Good God. But anyway, it just happened. Anyway, I guess time to get a new chair. Okay. I have that news story. I'm a little distracted now, and I forget what else you guys were going to get to.
Oh, yeah, the news. That was what we wanted to do. We wanted to hear news, wasn't it?
The news.
Is that what we were going to do?
Yeah. What was the news about?
All right, so I'll readjust this. Okay, this comes from again, I always go to New York stories and stuff. So I went to NBC4, Channel 4, New York. You remember Channel 4, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, check this story out. It's from Bristol, Connecticut. Police ID a woman accused of opening fire inside a Bristol, Connecticut police department. This was published on October 6th, okay, and updated again on October 6th. Anyways, here's the news story. A woman walked into the Bristol Police Department Thursday night and fired multiple shots in the lobby, according to police. Police said the woman entered the lobby just after 10:30 p.m. Thursday and fired several times at the front lobby desk, which was unoccupied at the time.
Oh, it's a good thing nobody was there.
Yeah, the desk is protected by bullet-resistant glass, and the bullets did not get through the glass, according to police. As officers came out to the lobby, the woman fired more shots, and one officer returned fire, but again, none of the bullets got through the glass, police said. At that point, the woman put the gun down, and officers deployed a stun gun, and then took the woman into custody. No one was hurt. The woman was taken to the hospital for evaluation. I'll pause there unless you want more details, Uncle.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. I wonder what the motive was there.
What?
Was there one?
What's the motive?
I don't
Want me to read further? See what we got?
See what we got on the motive, if there's a motive.
Bristol police have identified the woman as 51-year-old Suzanne Laprise, Laprise, or Laprise, I guess, of Plainville. Her attorney said Laprise is a mother of three who volunteers at the church and has never been in trouble before. She was held on a $3 million bond, and the judge lowered it to $1 million during her arraignment in New Britain Superior Court. Police said she had been charged with criminal attempt/murder with special circumstances, illegal discharge of a firearm, illegal carry of firearms under the influence of drugs or alcohol, criminal use of a weapon, violation of pistol permit requirements, illegal possession of a large capacity magazine, criminal mischief first degree, reckless endangerment in the first degree, and breach of peace in the second degree. Laprise is due in court again on October 17th. The incident comes almost a year after two Bristol police officers were shot and killed while responding to a call last October 12. Apparently nothing about the motive, so to speak, but since she was charged with being under the influence of drugs or alcohol, that might be part of it. So
that could have been.
Yeah, that might be all of it, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds like it. That might be the thing.
Interesting. Well,
doesn't explain it, but there it is.
What do you know, Uncle? People are out there doing crazy stuff. Shooting at police desks. The last place where you want to take a gun in and start shooting.
In a related sub-headline, Bristol Police Department lobby closed on Friday. According to this, the department is taking anyone with essential police business to avoid the area today. The Bristol Police Department lobby is closed for walk-in complaints to allow for repairs and maintenance stemming from last night's shooting incident. There you go.
All right, they got to fix the desk now.
Yeah, they got to fix the desk. That was shooting.
Well, they're showing you holes in the cement and stuff. Apparently, she sprayed a few rounds here and there, so they're going to have to fix up the joint. Looks like even though the bullet-resistant glass was employed, it is also covered up by cardboard and stuff like, hey, we're going to have to repair this. So repairs and stuff, nobody should use that lobby in Bristol. And this is an odd thing to come out of Connecticut, Uncle. You usually don't see this stuff in Connecticut, do you?
Oh, it's in Connecticut? Yeah. No. I hear much about that in Connecticut.
It said what, a high capacity magazine. What was it, like a large rifle, they
didn't exactly say. It's pretty weird though, because look, Connecticut's one of those states with all these. You heard the list of charges. I read through as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So it's a high gun control state, Connecticut, very high.
Right.
That's just the way it is, and yet. Here we go, and nobody knows how nobody even is talking about how the mother of three got this, what her deal was exactly. Just sent her to the hospital for evaluation. So, Jimmy James.
There was something mentioned about gun permits, so that means it must have been a so-called handgun.
Hand permit? Oh.
Yeah, because they have something in there about a high-capacity magazine, but also about a handgun. Some of these things are qualified as both because they turn around and they put like an extra stock on them. So basically they're a handgun with rifle fitting type stuff on it. And that's the way they would charge you with both in a place like Connecticut, Jimmy. Right?
Yeah, that place is pretty messed up. It's pretty much like Massachusetts when it comes to guns.
Might be worse, really. Might be worse in Massachusetts.
Hey, Chuck, I was just thinking about one of the funniest things. I don't know who it was. I don't even know what matters. It's just in the JFK thing, I was reading someone's background thing. Do you remember this during the Garrison investigation? One of the Cubans, it was, you know how they list all their stuff. It said hobbies, punching out state troopers.
Yeah, there was a
I
couple.
said, man, this guy's hardcore.
There was a couple of weird bios in there. Remember the guys that they brought onto that NBC? See, NBC's crazy. The NBC TV show that they did, they had guys on there. It was like, literally, they listed the guy's profession as like burglar. And I was like, nobody going to say anything about that? That's your profession? It was really weird. Like, if you go back and look at that thing, it's like, okay. And that's the guy who's like, yeah, the cat told me I could make a deal. And like really talking like that for real on TV. This is the way the guy talked. He told me if I rolled around on the guy, I could make a deal like this. I mean, and I'm not even doing it justice the way the guy was talking, but it was clearly like non-standard English. And I was just like, wow. And meanwhile, they got this guy listed as like, you know, one of his professions is a burglar. Professional burglar. Okay. Well, accept that testimony, I guess. I don't know what to say. Weird stuff comes up like that, Jimmy, though. You're right. Anyway, I'll shut up now. I just figured I could enter these weird news stories to Uncle every once in a while and see what his general thoughts are.
That sounds interesting.
It's definitely interesting. It's odd. There's no way of knowing what was going on. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, don't have a...
but it happened.
Pick point. It don't have a pick point. Well,
not.
you have to listen for the pick point on some of these that they come out with.
I was listening for it. I didn't hear it.
That's it. Hey, you didn't hear
Wasn't
it.
there.
So it's not
Didn't happen.
put there.
It's unfortunate. I would have been able to make some sense if it had that, but it didn't.
Okay. So what can we talk about?
Well, we're
lost our track.
We're back again. I mean, well, we were talking about the NFL. We talked about news. We talked about what is it?
We are talking about for a minute. Hockey is back, people.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still
It just
waiting.
started the season, or
Yeah.
what? Okay.
I'm still waiting.
Oh, you want to see a live game? Is that it?
Yep. This year.
Yeah, that would be good. We should go see maybe Ontario Reign. I would like to see is the whatever the league under the NHL. I don't know how the leagues work, but it's not NHL league. It's I want to say it's the farm team or whatever you call it of the LA Kings.
Could be.
I
Could
think
be.
it is.
There's a building there
Yeah.
that they practice in.
Up in Ontario. That's where I saw the metal show with Danzig and all that the other time. That was in that. It's where the Ontario Reign play. So it would be cool to see that. I mean, we could go see a Ducks game, but I kind of like the idea of seeing the Reign better, honestly. So yeah, but they say it's fun. I've never been to. Have you been to a hockey game, Uncle?
I've been a long time ago. It was when the Rangers in New York.
Okay.
But I was way small. Didn't remember what it looked like when I went.
Were there any little people on the ice? No, they didn't do that.
Little guys don't. One thing don't like. The little guys do not like ice.
They don't.
They're flying all over the place. Flying all over the place. They don't know how to skate.
Well, I don't know about that, Uncle.
They may be in a circus, but not in that kind of stuff.
You saw the Rangers at Madison Square Garden when you were little. That means that you had to have seen them during a time when some of those guys didn't even wear helmets, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Really? No helmets?
At that time.
Really?
At that time.
Even in the 70s still. There was
at that time.
Who didn't have to wear helmets. Some of them did not wear helmets at all.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
I've been waiting to... Since we've haven't had a hockey team, I understand why we didn't go see a hockey game. But now that we have the Ducks and Orange, we can run down.
I think there's another team somewhere in the Inland Empire. I forget what that one is.
California's got a bunch of pro teams. I mean, you got what? The LA Kings.
The Kings too.
The Kings and the Ducks are the NHL teams that would be close to us. Yeah.
Yeah. They're the two.
How far away is San Jose?
Nah, that's up north. That's up by Silicon Valley. That's like 6 hours away. It's too far.
Oh, no, I don't know. I'm just thinking that those are the 3 pro teams in California, right?
Yeah. Plus Silicon Valley adjacent. Boo. Take your Sharks and throw them back in the ocean as far as we're concerned.
I have a uniform for the Ducks.
Hey, Jimmy, are you a Red Wings fan? I mean, you're a Red Wings fan or what?
Jimmy?
Well, I'm not big in hockey, but
you're not?
Yeah, I root for them.
Oh.
Sadly, I'm the Rangers
fan. To me, they're kind of like the Yankees. They always used to win, so they kind of got annoying to me.
Okay. Well, see, I never had that problem because I was a Mets fan, a Jets fan, and a Rangers fan. And, what was it, 58 years before they won a cup, the Rangers there, for a long, long time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
they had Gretzky, right? Didn't they?
They had Gretzky. Yeah, they had him.
They had him.
They had him. They had
Gretzky.
Gretzky.
Yeah.
They had him.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
I haven't followed him in recent years, but.
Okay. Yeah, they tell me that hockey games are good, that they're fun to watch. I'm open to going to see one live. I would do it. So yeah.
Man, what I'd get a kick out of.
I went to one of those ones. That you're talking about, Aaron, the one-offs.
Yeah. The farm league or whatever.
Their version of it. I can't remember the right name, but not AAA, but something. It is AAA, but that's baseball terms, so they'd get mad or whatever.
Yeah, I want to say they're actually affiliate teams of the professional teams, I think is how it works, but I can't tell completely either. I don't know what their system is in hockey.
I think it's like baseball where you have some that are affiliated and some that are unaffiliated, and there might even be some shared ones that are farm teams, I think, with the NHL. I'll look it up, though, a little bit and see what the proper terms are and stuff like that. But the farm teams are always interesting.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Ontario Reign has to be the LA Kings team. Because
that's probably it.
It's Reign like REIGN, right? So like a king reigns. It's the same damn colors.
That's probably the
Kings.
Kings.
It's got a lion.
It's
which
a
is
king.
king.
It's the Kings. It's the Kings.
It has to be that.
It's the Kings. It's not the Ducks, so it has to be the Kings.
I think the Ducks might have a similar team out here too. I forget what that is. I feel like there's another one around here, and I'll bet that's probably theirs.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I'm looking at Ontario Reign's like home site and all that, and the uniform immediately screams at me, LA Kings.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
yeah, it's the
what it
same
was.
colors.
Same name. Yeah, it is.
It says it says AHL. That's the thing I was looking for. The AHL, the American Hockey
League.
Okay.
They are the AHL affiliate of the LA Kings, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this Lucy Mets, for God's sake. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Or the Tidewater Tides. It says Tides, but it's all in Mets style. Same thing.
I was in New York. We were rooting for the Mets also.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely weren't going for the Yankees. But there was always a series against them.
Subway
Series. And boy, that was an interesting series. They had that almost.
It's heated, right?
It's heated up when they start playing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I was a kid, they only did that in preseason. When I was a kid, they didn't cross over like that, and you waited and hoped for a Subway Series for the World Series. But when I was a kid, you could only get Mets versus Yankees in preseason.
Oh,
that was it.
That was until they probably put more people in, and they started. Oh, let's make this a submarine series. Boop, it came out.
The Astros to the American League, and I guess the Brewers to the National League or some crap. I forget what they did there. They swapped things around.
Right.
And added a bunch of teams too. That's how you got the Devil Rays, which I think are now just the Rays, and the Colorado. What was it? The Rockies, right?
Yeah. They were the expansion teams.
Expansion teams. They'd come out with
Marlins were one of them at one point too, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, that was like an early 90s thing, I think. 90s.
I remember that, yeah.
They came out. This is the reason. I'll tell you now. Now that you brought in the Marlins.
Seattle Mariners, I think.
When you brought in the Marlins, it caught me a thing.
Okay.
Now, since they've came in with the Marlins winning the World Series that one year, who in what kind of people would sell off a team? That is the strongest team I ever seen.
So you're upset because they won, and then the next year they just got rid of all their players that won it.
Correct. And not like the Yankees.
They sold everybody.
That is stupid. And that's the reason now I don't listen to baseball.
Oh, we're getting another call.
Oh, there's a caller on. Hold on.
This is important.
Let's see who's this on the ring, on the caller. Caller,
you're on.
Uncle. Uncle,
Yeah.
I'm looking for Uncle.
You're speaking to him.
Hello, Uncle.
Yeah. Who is?
Is Uncle there?
Yes, I'm speaking to him. Who is this?
I'm looking for the uncle.
You're speaking to
I
him.
want to know what. I want to wonder why. I cannot help but wonder why you people love this violent, brutish game of football so much. This is not about sports. This is about violence, man. This is about football is the most violent and stupid game ever, and everybody loves it. And look at this. Just like Edward Bernays got the women smoking cigarettes. Well, they've got the women wearing all the football jerseys, buying all the clothes. This is a racket, man. Come on. Baseball is the national pastime. If you're an American, if you're a real American anyway, baseball is your game. Baseball is the national pastime of this country.
Well, we
now,
know
I want to
that.
know.
I know that.
I need some help here. I need some help. Why are you guys so devoted to this violent, brutish game of football?
I'll answer that.
You answer it then, Jimmy? Go ahead, Jimmy.
I want to answer that.
Go ahead.
Football is... No, actually, Uncle, you answer it.
Oh, you want me to answer?
Yeah, somebody answer because there is no good answer. So go ahead.
It's
go around
like
the table
a
here.
wrestling program.
It's like wrestling.
Yeah, I know that.
And it's
right.
going to
I'm
go
on that.
into something like that.
It's like wrestling.
Wrestling.
There you go.
There is some people, I'd say in this world,
In the world?
that likes it and likes
But can't we be?
violence.
Hey!
But
look,
I
no,
just
Uncle,
can't.
Uncle,
What?
can't we be better than that? I mean, we're Americans for crying out loud. We're Americans. Can't we be better than that?
Hey, we could watch baseball and be American. But half the people, example, in this house, does not watch it anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Baseball.
talking about, man.
Because they like the
they've
sport.
lost
They
the
like
spirit.
the violence. The people in this
They've
house
lost the spirit
loves the
they've lost the
violence.
spirit of America when they threw baseball out
Yeah, they
and
threw
went
it
for the
out.
violent, brutish game of football.
Wait, this,
We're in trouble, Uncle.
I know. This is
Go ahead, Jimmy. Fix me up, man. You tell me how I'm wrong. I know you're a big Lions fan. You like to see those Lions guys crush the other team and hit somebody so their back's broken and all of that. You tell me about it.
Just true. I do like that.
I was up to my knees in rice paddies with guns, and then we're going up against Charlie, slugging it out with him, while pussies like you were back here partying, putting headbands on, doing drugs, listening to the goddamn beat albums.
Who was that?
Was that Kinnison?
That's Kinnison, isn't he?
Who
What
was
are you
that,
talking
man?
about?
That must have been Chuck putting something on, man.
I was trying to put some.
I was channeling Brother Sam.
I don't know. That was somebody yapping crazy.
I was trying to get Kinnison there, but it was. I wasn't
Oh,
trying.
you got in the middle of it, Chuck.
I was trying to get
What
a
was
different
that?
thing there. Sorry. Brendan,
fitting, man. It just sounds like the Seahawks football. It sounds like the Seahawks football broadcaster.
in the movie,
Football broadcasters sound just like that.
in the movie Back to School, Brendan Fraser comes out and he goes, "Look, it's a crypto-fascist war for nuclear war," and that's what I was trying to get at. Is the thing where they're protesting the football game? That's what I was going for, and I ended up with the Kinnison clip accidentally because everything's mislabeled on YouTube. Sorry, that was my mistake.
No, man, it's perfect. It's perfect. It fits football perfectly.
Now, I got a question
I
about...
would argue with you that baseball was ahead of all the other sports, head and shoulders, until it was baseball that pissed all over everyone when they canceled that damn 83 season and changed the rules. And people don't like that designated hitter crap.
Oh man! First off, that was 73, not 1980 something. That was 19. You're talking to a baseball historian here, man. Don't try to mess with me. This is
now it's come back. Now it come to the conclusion they're all doing that.
Hang on. Everybody's...
Time goes, wait a minute. They do that. They got that new now coming out.
They got the new one.
It's a new process.
Are coming under this Manfred character nowadays. In the last 3-4 years, this Manfred character, who he's the one screwing the game up. The American League having the designated hitter was nothing compared to what this moron that is the head of baseball now is doing.
Well,
my God!
In 81,
what was the season? They didn't play?
What was the season they didn't play? What are you showing here?
I'm gonna put everybody on hold for a second.
Oh, no. Let me put you on hold.
I didn't know this was so serious.
This was a very good, serious conversation we're having here. Now everything's being on hold.
I was just trying to get through there for the past 5 minutes.
This is crazy, dude.
Is that the strike in 1981 is what he's referring to, where they canceled, like most of the season or half of the season. That's what he was trying to get at is 1981. Previous to that, they put in the designated hitter, which is my biggest complaint. But I remember that being in place when I was 6 years old in 78. I'll look up when that first came in, but that's what he's talking about. The 1981 Major League Baseball strike. That was the major disruption where they literally canceled, a whole bunch of the season and really let it down. Matter of fact, that was the first time that I was supposed to go to a Mets game was in 1981, so I remember it clearly. I was supposed to go for the first time live to go see it, and I had tickets for the Mets and the Cubs in 81, and it was one of the first games canceled.
Hey, did you get refund?
No.
You should have gotten refund on that deal.
Nah, the guy who got me the tickets just gave me the tickets and said, keep them. They'll be a souvenir, and they'll be worth money in years to come, and I lost them. But that's I was 9. I was 9 years old. Anyways, now I'm going to put these guys back on so they can say whatever they want. But I wanted to get that clear that Jimmy was talking about the 1981 Major League Baseball strike. That was the first massive disruption of baseball. And then I think they struck again in 94, 95?
Something for a little. Yeah.
I remember another one. Yeah.
It was the committee of the players.
Well, that was the year they ended up with replacement players and all that. And that was a whole other mess.
Yeah, that.
But 81 is the first major disruption, and I was 9 years old. So anyway, I'm going to put these guys both back on, and they can discuss it if they like.
You're back.
You're back, you guys.
Ed, what's going on?
What's going on?
I was never gone, man. I was talking over all of you the whole time I was on hold.
I figured that.
He was doing his own show. Got it.
Oh, no.
What, you other guys didn't hear Ed? I heard Ed the whole time for like 5 minutes. He's been cursing me out here.
Oh, yeah. See,
cursing. What are you doing cursing on this show? Ed, that's not necessary.
You can censor me, but I won't shut up even if nobody's listening.
Don't say that word on this podcast.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Anything but that.
But that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to keep it clean, but people can handle
We were trying to
those
talk
kinds.
about a nonviolent sport, hockey, earlier.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Hockey's nonviolent? What do you
No,
think?
hold just a minute.
The main thing people want to see is when somebody bashes somebody over the head with the hockey stick. That's nonviolent?
No,
Hey,
wait
look,
a minute.
just-
I've seen them in the stadium. Listen here.
I think Aaron's out of touch with the sports world. I don't know what's going on here.
Let
I'll
me
have
explain
you know
it.
that I watch hockey. I watch hockey for the beautiful skating. What about you, Uncle?
I gotta ask you some question here. When there's a fight going on in this hockey program, they go smashing into the walls, and people are sitting there, they can taste the smash.
It's got to taste.
It's kind of tasteful for the people.
You're so close to it.
So close to it. It's
They're
like bam, bam, boom, boom. Everybody's going crazy.
It's on the other side of the
and then
glass.
on the other side of the glass, and it's going bang, bang. How does people and then on top of that, if they get into a fight, oh man, the officials have to go.
Yeah,
break it up.
Just because
Pipe up, go into the club plane.
Just because they're missing a couple teeth doesn't mean that the
Oh,
sport
yeah.
itself
And that's
is
the
all
other thing.
violence.
That's the
I
other
know
thing.
it's
No
been-
teeth shown. The teeth is looking.
Sure,
like don't have any.
Fights happen here and there, but you know, boys will be boys. You know,
Wow.
It's no big deal.
Wow. So,
But Ed,
Yeah.
well, I don't know how to refute anything you've brought to the table here tonight.
Well, it's my understanding that soccer stadiums are some of the most dangerous places on earth.
Soccer?
Oh, soccer.
Because of the hooligans
Yeah,
and whatnot?
you know,
Oh, now we're into soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now
I know a lady who ushers at the football stadium. She ushers all the games. She does the baseball and the football. And she says she cries. She literally cries when baseball season is over because the baseball fans are so cool and just so wonderful to serve. You know, as a ballpark usher. And she dreads because the company she works for, she has to switch over to football. That's just part of the contract. And she says the football fans are a bunch of drunken thugs, and she just dreads the beginning of football season when she has to leave the ballpark and go to the gridiron and
That's
deal
what they
with
call
the
that.
football fans.
I could see
Yeah,
that.
she's you know, I mean, this is inside information, man. The football fans are just generally assholes at the football stadium.
It can get crazy in the stadium.
That
one. It
I
does
can
get
tell
crazy.
you. I tell you something.
They get a little
I
kooky.
was working at the stadium,
Jacksonville, right?
Jacksonville Stadium,
Jaguars.
and I see. I understand your point, Ed, because when they come in to get the drinks, they start feeling woozy. What the heck are you doing? And you're getting a drink and get a halftime show, and they're going back and forth. And man, they go absolutely bananas. Oh, and when they have they have a college game, well, the college game for the Gators and the Bulldogs go there for college.
Oh, okay. Those two teams play in the same Jacksonville stadium?
Yeah, they play in the Jacksonville Stadium.
Georgia plays there?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
They
Okay, I
play.
didn't
They
know that.
play. They play with the.
Okay.
And actually, it's actually the end of next month.
Okay.
In Thanksgiving, Halloween time, they have to play each other.
Oh, when they have a game together, they play in that stadium.
They got that.
All right.
They got to play there.
I see.
So that's what they got. So they have to play there at that stadium. And man, you should see that many people. Oh, the people are crazy in college, going nuts. I think they do more nuts in college than they do in the pros. Drop the pros for a minute and look at the college games.
The college games can
college
get kooky.
games are
They
going
can.
crazy.
Well, you got that youthful exuberance is the issue there. You can replace the word exuberance if you're being a little more critical, but you know what I mean.
What do you think about the college football games? Not Jimmy.
Ed?
Ed or Jimmy?
Ed. What do you think about the college games?
You know what? I know nothing about the college. The college is totally off my radar. So, and even the pro football is mostly off my radar. But I work with people who are into it, so I can kind of half-ass talk about that. But the college, I don't know.
The college, to me, and I went to see a Florida State game. First time I ever seen one. I thought was more interesting than watching a pro football game. I really did.
Yeah.
Because it was people jumping up and down. The crowd's louder.
Yeah, it's different.
The crowd's louder. They're eating before the game.
They're eating.
That's the best part.
The food is good.
Delicious.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
And going back and forth, and we're trying to get into the stadium, they start going, rah, rah, rah.
Oh, the tailgating and whatnot.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. 10 cheers going crazy. Dane's going knocking down. People going up and down the stairs. What do you think about that, Ed?
Well, when I go to a Mariners game, they let you in a half hour earlier than the rest of the ballpark. At the center field entrance, where they call it the pen, and they've got different, they got restaurants and, pubs and bars out there. So you get to go in a half hour early out there. And I always go early because I want to make the most of my money. And plus, I like to shag the batting practice fly balls. I like to go, I take my glove. I'm one of these old school guys, takes his glove.
Yeah.
So, it sounds like maybe the college football is more in line with like what I'm doing. But I'm just not a football guy. But if I was, sounds like maybe the college guys would be more my cup of tea than the pros.
You like the college, since you're a baseball guy, you might like the college too. Yeah, we have a good baseball, Florida State baseball team, very good.
Oh yeah.
And
they
go
a lot
to
of great ball players out of Florida. I know that.
You get into something like that. That would be more your kind of type.
If I was into football, what you're describing to me would push me more toward the college characters than the NFL.
Well, that too. But test it one time in college because we always find out what is the polls look like. Everybody in the polls. In fact, where I used to work at the base, all they were talking about, what was the poll numbers? What were the poll numbers? People are going crazy in college ball. Especially those dang Gators.
Well, people get excited.
They got excited. What?
They get excited about something.
They get excited, especially the building. Holy moly, walking there.
Right.
What's the hell's going on here? You got Gamecock fans and all kinds of players.
All different kinds of fans.
The fans are there.
What do you say, Jimmy?
What do you say, Jimmy?
Well, I think that you're probably right, man. But like I said, I'm pretty out of touch with the whole football scene. But I'm going to trust your judgment because you're really, you know what's going on there.
Well, it's not as much violence, I'd say, than it is in pro.
Oh, you're talking about in college?
College and
hurt.
Pro, they get hurt, yeah.
They get
No,
hurt.
admit they get hurt.
Yes,
No,
they do.
admit that. They do get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just saying it's not as loud or not as violent as much that I've seen.
It gets loud.
They get loud, yes. They get more loud.
They get pretty loud.
I know we're getting down to the end here, but I'll tell you, as much as I love baseball, I could do without the constant loud, they got to tell you when to cheer. I know when to cheer when something happens at a ball game. I pay attention. I know what's going on. I know when to cheer.
Well, that's
everybody clap your hands. That. I hate that shit. And, all the noise constantly, even at the baseball, it drives me nuts. I can still enjoy myself at the ballpark, but, it's more of a challenge now than it once was.
How's that pitch clock working out for you guys watching baseball? Because I haven't been watching.
Totally sucked, man. Totally sucked on every level. Okay, so the pitcher needs to catch his breath like he used to could. Maybe take a little walk around the mound.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't do that because he's under that fucking clock. Sorry about the language, but I've heard that we are no longer on the AM/FM. So that's how I feel about it. It's wrong.
I know what you're talking. Oh yes, I remember. I know you're talking about. You're talking about when they gotta get time in. They gotta get ready to throw.
Oh yeah, the timing.
The timing is what he's saying.
The ball from the catcher. They got 20 seconds to begin their delivery of the next pitch. And that's if nobody hits a foul ball. There are some exceptions and things that if this happens, but pitch to pitch. From the time the pitcher receives the ball back from the catcher, he's got 20 seconds to begin his delivery.
That's another thing about that is, too, people are looking for a ball when they hit the fouls. And how long does it take to hit a ball and a foul ball comes out and they're waiting on a pitch?
Oh,
sure.
How would that?
They want to speed. They want to speed the game.
I want to know. It's all about pace of game and speeding the game up.
Yep.
Right.
Why is everybody in such a goddamned hurry about everything anymore?
Oh.
That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Sorry for the language.
No,
sorry.
Short attention span.
Short attention span. People wanna
get to the action already. Get it over with.
Get it to the process of what we're looking at, and this is what the thing is at this.
Yeah.
I
mean,
it's about money because it's about fitting in advertising, spots and stuff. That's part of it. I know there's more to it, but that's a part of it.
I'm telling you one thing. I haven't seen a baseball game this whole year because of that ruling.
Because of?
Oh, yeah. Well, I went to one game because the Dodgers came to the Mariners, on the interleague play. They switched leagues. So I got to go a few weeks ago to see the Dodgers play the Mariners.
Oh.
And I had a good time still, because I'm a baseball guy. There's something about the atmosphere of the ballpark and everything, I have a long history with this game, but there's a lot of stuff that really sucks about it, too.
No.
Uncle, we're coming toward the end here. I think we need to do shout-outs.
Oh, boy, we had too much talking here. It's about time we get the hours in.
Talk show. Yeah, that's what we do.
Well,
who should
be? There be much talking in the sakes.
Yeah, you gotta talk. You gotta talk, Uncle.
Okay, we had who?
I think Jimmy was the first call.
Jimmy, first one. Yeah, Jimmy.
What are your shout-outs, Jimmy?
Shout out.
All right. Well, I'll shout out to NFL players who, of course, are some of the most law-abiding, kindly citizens in the communities in which they are. So in the honorable traditions of O.J. Simpson, Aaron Hernandez, and all the others, keep up the good work. Don't listen to ads, crazy talk. You're doing fine. God bless.
Well, for a minute there, I thought he was being serious.
I thought so, too. Okay, Ed, your turn.
Shout-out time.
Well, I don't know. Since good to stick with the theme here, and I want to say I love you guys. Aaron, yourself, Uncle, and Chuck, and Jimmy. You guys really do something good every week. Something that can lift people's spirits and just lighten them up. I want you to know how much I really appreciate all that you guys all do. But I'm going to say my shout out is Go Dodgers, because they kind of put themselves behind the 8 ball by losing the first game of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. Shout out to the Dodgers. Go, guys.
Who are they playing?
Do your best.
Who are they playing?
I don't even know.
The D-bags.
Oh, you know who's on it?
Oh, yeah, Arizona.
You know who's on the
Arizona.
D-bags? The pitcher? You know who's on that team?
I don't. No, I don't.
He was with the Giants. He moved over to them.
So he used to be on San Francisco?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best pitcher, number 40 is his number.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know.
Is that what, Bumgardner?
Bumgardner,
Is
that's his
it?
name.
Is that it?
That's his name.
Okay.
He's there. He's playing.
Yeah. See, I almost know something.
Yeah, you know something.
Uncle, do you want to give a shout out?
Oh, well. Shout out to what we have in discussion here. Shout out to all of us. Who's talking? Hey, I have a shout out. Don't talk. Who's yapping, eating already? Stop eating. This is a shout out to everybody of what we were talking about. And for everybody that was listening, that is my show for this evening.
Okay, yeah. UncleThePodcast.com, at Uncle Podcast on
go ahead.
Twitter,
What do you want to say?
Instagram, and YouTube. Oh, I'm saying what I want to say.
Oh.
People just subscribe to this. Thank you, customers.
Thank you, customers.
Uncle, bring us home again.
There's 312, I suppose, episode.
With Amber Energy.
With that bang energy.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Boom. I want to finish my sentence. Oh, Ed was off tonight.